Hello, everyone. Coming up here on the Pro Wrestling Show, presents the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Coming up, we have maximum cards here on Dynamite as champion John Moxley defends his AEW title against Powerhouse Hobbs. And Powerhouse Hobbs finally win the big one by winning the World Championship away from John Moxley. We'll talk about it. Also, too, we'll hear from Ricochet. Well, a lot of problems going on with Ricochet. With a new look, a new attitude, and what's in store for Ricochet and what he got planned and stuff. We'll talk about it coming up. Also, to the women's casino gauntlet match, winner gets a shot at the women's title at Grand Slam Australia coming up. Private Party and Mark Briscoe takes on the Hurt Syndicate in a huge six-man tag team match. Christian Cage takes on Hook in their rivalry, and Brian Cage takes on Kenny Omega. We got all this and more when the Pro Wrestling Show starts. Right now for the AEW Dynamite Ring Report. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host, as always, Kendrick Dick here. Glad you joined us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Join in the conversation using the hashtag Pro Wrestling here on Connect. And don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe is caring. Tell a friend, call a friend. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a thing here on the Pro Wrestling Show. Man, oh man, what a Pro Wrestling Show we have for you right now. So let's not waste no time whatsoever. We're going to pick things off with Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, the former AEW champion, in action. He takes on Brian Cage, one-on-one. Kenny Omega and Brian Cage, these two men, Kenny Omega like to call himself the human cage machine or something. Brian Cage like to call himself something else differently. So we know Kenny Omega and Brian Cage, we're going to fight and compete coming up as well. So we saw that tonight for Kenny Omega and Brian Cage. But Kenny Omega gets the win over Brian Cage and did so tonight by beating Brian Cage right here. Like we said, the best bout machine versus the cage machine right here. The machine versus the cage machine. Brian Cage versus Kenny Omega. What a match that was. You can tell Don Callis was at ringside watching the festivities and stuff to keep a bird's eye view of what was going to go down tonight for Cage and stuff. I think Cage wanted to make it seem like he was going to go down and stuff, and how they was going to go and stuff for Cage and stuff. Brian Cage put that all in tail and stuff on how he was going to go down and stuff, and how he was going to live and stuff. Well, Cage tried to put his best, but he didn't do so tonight. Brian Cage lost tonight, and Brian Cage did not feel victorious. Brian Cage lost to Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega returning back on his first AEW match. Almost a year and a half. Brian Cage loses to Kenny Omega. And Kenny Omega gets the win. But at the end of that, Kenny Omega gets beat up, but he gets saved by Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega joining forces. I'll tell you that right now. Will Ospreay helping aid Kenny Omega. What kind of situation that's going to be coming up as well for them, and how that's going to perhaps be that way and is that way and stuff. However, that's going to be heading forward and stuff. So Kenny Omega won the match tonight, but don't feel like a winner after what happened later and stuff. Well, we saw the Hurt Syndicate. They was in action. The Hurt Syndicate was in action right here. As you see, Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Shelton Benjamin, better known as, I used to call them the Hurt Business. They was in action against Private Party and what's his name? I forgot his name. They did work, and the Hurt Business won tonight. The Hurt Business continue on the momentum. I think we might see them go for the trios goal or some or tag team goal and try to beat somebody for the goal. We don't even know who the trios champions is. To be honest, for the Hurt Syndicate and stuff. So the Hurt Syndicate being able to getting that retribution and that revenge and stuff on how they went down tonight and stuff with the Hurt Syndicate. You see how all that went down tonight for the Hurt Syndicate and stuff. See that being that way. However, that's going to be heading that way, but the Hurt Syndicate won the match tonight. Christian Cage was in action. Christian Cage told in that contract that he knows that he can cash in on any time against the AEW champion. For Christian went against Hook tonight. Christian won his match against Hook, but Hook had a surprise. It was none other than Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe came out there and won his match. Came out there to help out Hook in Shibata. And Samoa Joe looking to get some metro retribution on Samoa on Christian. Christian better realize what's going down. Let me tell you that right now. Well, as we saw this, the Hurt Business looking like they want to go for a tag team goal down the road. So we'll see. Speaking of that, Mercedes Moné saying she want to join the Hurt Business. Mercedes Moné, she went on the Sherry Shepherd show this week. Mercedes Moné doing her thing and stuff, getting herself ready. Mercedes Moné, change like big things popping and little things stopping. Mercedes Moné, doing what she need to do. She's saying everything's gonna change, so we'll see what is gonna lead to Mercedes Moné. But tonight was all about confrontations and stuff. You saw the confrontation with Samoa Joe helping out Hook, and stuff. We saw Ken Omega helping out Will Ospreay. Well, we get to this situation right here. We saw a lot of stuff going down. Even the fact that the women's Megan Bain, I don't know who she was, but she came out there to end the women's. She came out return and stuff, but that wasn't the story and stuff. Story was at the end, Ryan May will defend her championship against Toni Storm. Toni Storm get a crack at the women's championship one more time against Mariah May. Can Mariah May do what she need to do to win and stuff? But Toni Storm gets that chance and opportunity. She won the women's gauntlet match. So we'll see. Toni Storm will get that shot against Mariah May. Might get that shot down the road on February 15th. So it'll be almost a month from now for her to get a shot at the women's championship. 1 month down the road. A month from now, February 15th. So we'll see that coming up. Also, too, we get to see also Jeff Jarrett gets confronted by MJF, and they still do these pot shots at each other. Jeff Jarrett and MJF pot shotting each other real bad. MJF trying to stake his claim at Jeff Jarrett. I think Jeff Jarrett really didn't like that when MJF was doing. And Jeff Jarrett decided to take matters on his own hand, call MJF's mama a 305. If you don't know what that means and stuff like that, 305. Man, Jeff Jarrett MJF going low too, talking about he wants to sleep with Jeff Jarrett's wife, Karen. I mean, really. It's just getting more ridiculous week by week with that situation. Jeff Jarrett, everything what's going on and stuff. But Karen and saying what they said tonight, it was just a word of words between these two. It looked like it's going to end up in a match between them. However, that's going to go down eventually between these two gentlemen, Jared and MJF. You can tell the tension is going to get near and deep and stuff So we could see that being that way, a possibility. Jarrett and MJF. Even MJF got confronted by Jeff Jarrett about saying that Jeff Jarrett saying MJF girl who's Canadian, she slept around around the room. I said, wow, this is ridiculous, but it made compelling TV while it lasted. So we can tell they're gonna have a feud. MJF said the signature saying that um, he'll get the taste how MJF's and Kurt Angle's on stage. Like, wow, that's some deep shit right there. Um, like we said, we'll see. It just go to the gutter right then and there when folks go there. But I guess we're gonna have more word of words coming up. Well, look like Ricochet turned all heel and dirty. Ricochet was trying to send a message to Swerve Strickland with the scissors and stuff. Even to the point that Prince Nana came out there and attacked Ricochet from behind, distracting Ricochet. Ricochet didn't see it coming, but Swerve Strickland came out there, wanted a piece of Ricochet. Swerve want Ricochet bad, and these two men will meet once again, this time one on one, but they'll meet in Atlanta um, on February 5th. Swerve versus Ricochet. They'll have a match on February 5th in Atlanta, Georgia. They'll probably be in the main event. When you look at it like that, Swerve and Ricochet coming up. So we'll see that match coming up. Speaking of that, Jeff Jarrett had got run in by a fellow rival and foe, Dustin Runnels. Dustin Runnels said that Jeff Jarrett shouldn't worry. Jeff Jarrett put all his heart, his soul, his desire and stuff, and however that went down and stuff. But Jeff Jarrett and Dustin Reynolds respect each other. Both fathers were legendary figures in the wrestling business. So he said we'll see that how that's gonna play out. Well, we get to the main event. The main event was John Moxley defend the world championship against you know who, against Powerhouse Hobbs. And we see right here, Powerhouse Hobbs, we thought he had a chance of winning the world championship. It just wasn't the case tonight. Powerhouse Hobbs lost his opportunity to become world champion. So Powerhouse Hobbs, we see what's going on, Powerhouse Hobbs, and however that's going to go down. But Powerhouse Hobbs didn't get the job done. Powerhouse Hobbs was this close to winning the world championship, but just wasn't the case tonight. Even Moxley hit this move right here, this sleeper hole move to get the win. And Powerhouse Hobbs um couldn't get the job done with this help of Moxley getting the help of Sharina and his corner and stuff. So we see however that we're gonna go down, but we see that Edge, the Radar Superstar, he called himself Coke, came out there to try to help aid Powerhouse Hobbs, but the damage was done already. So you see, we see how that's gonna go. So, so we see however that was gonna be coming forward. So Powerhouse Hobbs may not get a crack at the world championship, but he held his own for the world championship coming up. So we see how that's gonna go. Um AEW was okay. It's just they're trying to get there because they know they're fledgling a little bit with the ratings and stuff. So hopefully they'll get back on track, and however that's gonna help them apply and stuff. So let's just hope and pray that AEW gets back on the right track this time. So we'll see how it's gonna go. Okay. Well, I guess that's gonna do it for the pro wrestling show. It was a quick AEW Dynamite ring report here. So for me being Kendra Dix saying so long, thanks for watching the Pro Wrestling Show. We'll see you next time for another edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. See you later.